Can you hear me now? There we go. Yes, I need voiceover work. Good morning. How are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. I don't always check my email before I stream in the morning, but this morning I took a quick peek, and the first thing I saw was a message from somebody. I don't know them. I've never heard from them that I can recall. I've had no connection with them. As far as I know, they've never been in any class that I've ever taught. And the only message was that just those 4 words. I need voiceover work. That's what we're going to talk about this morning. How are you doing? I'm Bill DeWeese, pro voiceover talent and voiceover coach, voiceover demo producer. Thanks for joining me on this morning. And this morning's live stream, which we call Motivational Monday on Mondays. Maybe it's motivational. Maybe it's going to be more of a kick on the backside. I always try to do that as gently as I possibly can. But sometimes when I see a message like that, my first response is somebody's not listening or somebody's not hearing me. And clearly this person in particular is not highly motivated because they apparently haven't even watched any of my videos on YouTube. They haven't even, that's the bare basic starting place. So we're going to talk about that a little bit this morning, but I hope you guys had a good weekend. I hope you're doing well. The crew's back in the house working again this morning, so you're going to hear drills and hammers and all kinds of fun stuff. The house is still... I was relegated to the bedroom this weekend because everything else is taped off, plastic covering everything. I couldn't get to anything. I could get into the kitchen, to the refrigerator when I needed to, but that was about it. So me and the 2 dogs, Vicky was out of town this weekend. And so me and the 2 dogs just hung out in the bedroom all weekend long. So good times. It's good to be out of the bedroom and into another room this morning. That's for sure. Okay, so let's talk about, I've talked about this a number of times, but I think it's time to talk about it again because if you don't get this, nothing else is going to work. And that is this. Voiceover, it's not a traditional job. You're not an employee. You are a business owner. And it's a whole different world. It requires a different mindset. And what happens is a lot of people who come into voiceover are still thinking like a job, like it's somebody else's responsibility to tell them what to do and give them the work to do. And that's just not the way it works. In voiceover, you've got to come into it with a business owner mindset, which means that you've got to take responsibility for it. And if you don't know how to do it, then you got to figure out how to do it. And usually that means seeking out others who have gone before you and know how to do it and can show you. And like I said, I've got a YouTube channel that has over 1,000. It's now over, I believe, 1,200 videos. They're all free. They're free. I certainly have a deep dive paid program, but I've got all these nuggets of information in there. Not going to cost, it's not going to cost anybody anything to watch those. And clearly, she had not even gone through those at this point. So, and she's probably not even watching this video. My guess, based on the email, she just wants somebody to tell her, here, go do this. And my guess is even if I told her what to do, she wouldn't do it. Because what I'm picking up from that email is that there's an expectation that somebody's going to provide something. I want to do this, therefore somebody's going to kind of lay it out for me. I don't go out and find jobs for other people. My responsibility is, number 1, to find jobs for myself as a voiceover talent. Number 2, a fish. I don't give a man a fish. I teach a man how to fish and a woman how to fish. I don't go out and get fish for people. I teach people how to fish. It takes enough of my own time to get my own fish, but I teach other people how to do that and how to do it successfully. So, chances are you're here and you're not even, that's not your mindset, or you probably wouldn't even be here to begin with. But sometimes I think it's a good employment scenario or somebody else is taking on all the risk, the business owner. And everybody loves to hate the business owner, but the business owner is the person, they're the person who put in the capital or the blood, sweat, and tears. They're the ones who have to deal with things if things go south. You can go out and get another job, but that business of theirs is anchored around their neck. And so now if you want to be a business owner, you want to enjoy the fruits of that, and there's a lot of fruit to enjoy. It's a wonderful career to have. You've got to take responsibility and take the information and go out and use it, which I know many, if not most of you guys are doing. And so I just want to encourage you to keep doing that. because it does require the daily commitment to do the things that need to be done. The marketing, the auditions. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's not fun. Sometimes I'll be honest, I don't feel like working. I want to go out and, I don't know, do anything other than work. I want to play golf. I want to goof off. I want to go do something else. But as a business owner who has to take final responsibility for my business, it's on me, and I got to do the stuff when I feel like it and when I don't feel like it, and when it's working well and when it doesn't seem to be working well, because it requires all of that activity, which I know you guys know, to make sure that I get the work that I need to get. So I need work is an awful message to send somebody an email, because it tells me that your head is completely in the wrong headspace. And if someplace deep down inside you still are holding on just to a little bit of that attitude that, you don't want to do it, you want somebody else to do it for you, then let me just say, wake up this morning. Wake up and know that it is doable. I am working with people who come from all walks of life, all businesses, who are successful, very successful in voiceover, and they are enjoying the benefits and the fruits of their labor because they decided to take responsibility for their own life. And by the way, that's not to say if you have a job, you're not taking responsibility for your life. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is it's just two different mindsets. It's two completely different mindsets. And one will not exist in the other world. It requires a completely different shift of mindset, which is why it's not coincidence that the very first module in my voiceover blueprint is all about mindset. Getting this straight, because as I've said before, and I'll continue to say it, when this is right, everything else will work right. If you don't get this squared away, nothing else is going to work. And it doesn't begin with, I need work. It begins with, teach me how to find work. Show me, so that I can go out and continue to do the things I need to do to make this work. So if I sound a little bit like I'm on a rant, that was not my original topic for this morning. But when I opened that up this morning, I thought, I need to keep talking about this, because so many are just, or coming to this with a completely different expectation, thinking that now, they're working for me, and that I'm responsible or somebody else is responsible for actually finding work. And it just doesn't work that way. So, again, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. All right, let's do a little roll call. Let's see what's going on. I got a little worked up this morning. Hey, Chris, what's up? Greg in Asheville. We've got, let's see, Denise in Long Island. Tyler, good morning. Dave in New York. Sean, how are you doing? Wayne in Port Orchard, Washington. Joy, Sandra, Wally, Bob in Reidsville, North Carolina. Mark, Rob, what's going on in San Francisco? Jack in Phoenix. Scotty, good morning to you in South Dakota. Rusty in the UP of Michigan. Tyler, good morning to you, checking in from Springfield, Ohio. Philip in Tokyo. Sandra in Dallas-Fort Worth. We've got Colorado in the house this morning. And Mark, the answer to your question is to reach out to training@BillDeweese.com. Training@BillDeweese.com. Michael, how are you doing in Chicago this morning? Wade in Philadelphia. Sandra, what's going on? Ty in Warsaw, Indiana. Rob in Loveland, how are you doing this morning? Spyro in Australia. Fantastic. Dr. Bob, good morning to you in Clearwater, Florida. Rocky in East Tennessee, what's going on? First time on the live stream. Welcome. Good to have you here, Rocky. When I think of Rocky in East Tennessee, I think of Rocky Top. My mom grew up in Knoxville, so I am very well acquainted with Eastern Tennessee. It's one of my favorite places in all the world. Theo, happy Motivational Monday to you from downtown Chicago, working for the man, but with a business owner mind. You know what? I love that. And businesses love that too. Businesses love employees that function and think and operate as a business owner, because those people do take ownership and they get stuff done. They think innovatively, creatively. They're problem solvers. So regardless of whether you ever become an independent, voiceover talent or not, just adopting that mindset will take you much further down the road in your current career. Let's see here. Hello, just found your channel yesterday. Thank you for the info on your channel. Well, it's my pleasure. Thank you for being here. Hey, Terry, from Overcast, Falston, Maryland. Great to hear the motivational message. The key is to always listen and look at your videos to learn more. There you go. Terrence, good morning. Jack, my wife is quarantined in the bedroom with COVID and the booth is in the closet, so I can't record anything. Looks like it's all blueprint all week for me. Well, Jack, at least you'll be making good use of your time, but I'm so sorry, and I wish your wife a speedy recovery. That is no fun. I was just talking is recovering from COVID, and it's been quite, and she's 84, so not a good thing to get COVID at that stage of life. But my mom, the joke in the family is she's going to outlive all of us, which she probably will. But she's still feeling her a little rough, but getting through it. So for those of you who are dealing with it, either yourself or somebody in your family, hang in there. And again, speedy recovery to you all. Tanya in South Philly, hello, good morning. Ed in Indiana. Merrill, good morning to you in Northern New Jersey. Loving the facial hair. Thanks for your nuggets of wisdom. Merrill, this is Lazy Bill right here. Now that I'm not in a more traditional kind of work environment, I don't have to shave on a regular basis. And, of course, I don't know that I would have now. I'm thinking back years ago. I remember having a job back when the expectation was that I wouldn't have any facial hair. Boy, that was a long time ago. That gives you an idea of how old I am. That was back in the Stone Ages. Dwight, good morning to you in sunny Connecticut. James in Lafayette, Indiana. Hey, Bill in beautiful Boise. We got Dave in New York. Jeff in Bristol, Northern Indiana. Sean in Lebanon, Pennsylvania. Terrence, just got hired to do my first audiobook. A lot of great advice from you. The scheduled time, but I always watch the videos afterward. Thank you very much. I'm not sure where. Oh, here it is. My bell. Congratulations to you, Terrence. That's my congratulatory bell for those of you who don't know, especially for people who get their first jobs. Ron in Charleston. We like to celebrate around here. My family is all about, we celebrate everything. If any excuse to get together and celebrate, we do it. Aaron in Columbia, Missouri. James. I used to hit the roller rink with the kids in Bristol, Indiana. Man, I used to DJ skating parties back in my radio days. Oh my gosh. Seems like I spent every weekend in a roller rink or emceeing concerts I was everywhere. Good memories, kinda. Laser tag. Yes. Good. I love that. Hey, Denise, congratulating Terrence on the first book. Michelle in Philadelphia says the topic's resonating with you. Well, I'm glad. Sometimes I hope this lands. I know that not everything lands with everybody, but if hopefully if you hang around, you keep coming back every day, something I say will resonate with you and help you. The reason I do these things is just to try to move you further along towards making money in voiceover. That's my sole reason for existing as a voiceover coach. Terrence says, we are our own bosses. We are our motivators. And that's the truth. Bob says, as always, thanks for your honest, upfront insights. I sense that many folks perceive that voiceover work as a get-rich-quick pathway. It is not. Yeah, it's not. It is a great pathway to make good money. There's no doubt about it, but it's not quick. At least, it's not for most of us. You occasionally hear the person kind of like, they win the lottery. They get involved in voice. I remember when I first started, I heard about this lady, and I can't remember her name. And we're talking back in 2006, and she was in Los Angeles, and she just almost immediately got booked for a really high-profile job, and immediately just started working a lot. But that's akin to having, knowing somebody or watching the news and seeing somebody who won the lottery. It happens, but it's one out of millions that it happens to, and that's not really much of a business plan. Most of us have to follow a plan, and if we do it, it works. Jeff, good morning. Jeremy, currently setting up my home studio. Sounds hollow, but working on my makeshift whisper room. Get the audio right first. That's right. Just sounds like you need some more acoustic treatment in there. By the way, these Automute sound blankets around here, they're like $79 a sheet, 4x8 feet. These things they're killer. They're so awesome. Man, yeah, if I was starting off from scratch, I would have bought 3 or 4 of these things and put them up in my closet. Hey, Terrence, not having to shave is why I'm pursuing voiceover, says AG. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? You know, I do shower every day. I will give myself that much. I shower every day, but I don't always shave. You know, cleanliness, I'm all about that. But the rest of this, you know, can get a little shaggy. That's all right. Terrence says, thank you. Joe says, my dog just barked at the bell. Okay, let's see if it works again. He's like, give me my treat. Armando, how are you doing in the Dominican Republic? Hey, guys, thanks for being here for this Motivational Monday. I appreciate it. I hope you guys take a little something away today and make it happen. You know, just get after it. Do the things you know you need to do. And if you do those consistently every day, then good things will happen. If you don't, it's as simple as they won't. I mean, you can't not do the work and expect stuff to happen, unfortunately. This idea of being discovered in voiceover, that's a whole other topic I should cover. It virtually doesn't exist. I mean, it's a lottery thing. And how many of you expect to win the Powerball lottery? Exactly. I mean, you know, what are the odds? Always play the odds in your favor. Always make sure the odds are in your favor. And the great thing about voiceover is that you can put the odds in your favor by just following a good plan and doing the work. And speaking of a good plan, I would be remiss if I didn't plug my VoiceOver Blueprint. It is the comprehensive educational program for voiceover. Nothing quite like it, because not only do you get the training and the daily mentoring and live support and the camaraderie and support of fellow peers who are in the program, but as I work, I live stream, so you can actually watch as I work in my studio. Links in the description below to get all that info. The blankets again, Audimute, A-U-D-I-M-U-T-E, A-U-D-I-M, like Audi, I guess, AUDIMUTE.com. Think Audimute, and there you go. $79 a piece. These things are, and they're lightweight and they work super crazy good. It's not soundproofing. It's sound treatment, but it just knocks down those sound reflections like nothing I've ever used before. All right, guys, make it a great day. We'll talk to you soon.